Good afternoon. This is Wade again. I'm back to discuss some different topics as usual. I'm going to lean back onto a book that I've been reading, and it is called The Power of Kindness by Peru Verrucci. And a couple of videos ago I had mentioned I believe it's 18 or 19 different characteristics of kindness that he focuses on. And the first one was being honest. The second one that I'm going to talk about today was warmth. And when I speak of warmth, warmth is a way you convey yourself visually, verbally, or physically towards another. First of all, yourself, you need to be able to be within yourself and have that kindness to yourself. And as you progress to the point where you can give it to others, these are the ways you can convey it. And an example that he mentions in that book talks about how as a young child, a child can't survive without that warmth, without that interaction, the touch, the voice, the visual. It just can't. And if it's neglected tremendously, the worse the scenario is. If you're neglected a little bit, there's still issues that you could very well fall into. Some of the minor or smaller ones would be you overcompensate by compulsion of it might be going some extreme level of overworking, or maybe extreme something another, or you're overly aggressive. And the furthest extent would probably fall under the criminal category. So these are all things that warmth brings, and it never leaves you. They're areas you need to be aware of. And by reading it, it certainly will put something in the back of my mind of the tremendous value to it. One example I'll share that really stuck, and maybe it'll mean something to you, is this author had, I believe it is a client, that was living in an apartment or townhome where the walls were just separating between the family next door, and there was a couple that had one child, and it was a baby, and it was in the other room crying, and they continued to just turn the TV up in the other room and neglect the child from interaction and what it needed, because they were tired of the crying and whatnot. And this woman next door struggled with how to confront that family, to try to get them to maybe do something about it, and they just continued to make it worse. So her step was to sing to the wall across to where the baby was. And over a short period of time, that verbal connection that she was able to make calmed that baby to the point where she was able to sleep, and there was much less crying, and it was something she actually took value and felt good about. It was what a great way to be able to turn something kind of difficult into something that brought the child back to what could be very traumatic. But that child was able to survive off that one woman that was kind enough to give that time of hers. So I hope that serves you, and I look forward to visiting with you again tomorrow. Namaste.